This is the L2C Media Network, and believe it or not, this is the L2C Sports Final on time. Wow. Actually, I blew the name. It's just the Sports Final, brought to you by the L2C Media Network. I'll get this right one of these days. And speaking of getting it right, here's our man Steve. Oh yeah, how you doing, everybody? Thank you very much. I love a tan. Hey, how you doing, everybody? Are you ready for some football? Or how about the rest of sports? Because I know I am. Good evening, everybody. Welcome, one and all to the land of enchantment. That is the world of sports, and we are gathered here tonight to bring it all to you, folks. I tell you, we've had more fun than a barrel full of monkeys. We've had more fun than is legally possible. And, well, not bad. Not a bad debut for our Miss Uno. Too bad. We'll give you all the results and everything else involved in tonight's game, and in just a few moments, as we normally do, college football as well. But right now, let's get you caught up in the game that took place, that kicked off this, I'm going to say, very unusual season. And, wow. I mean, I'm going to say, wow. It was truly a wow moment. Kansas City defeated the Houston Texans by a score of 34-20. It was, I'm going to say it was a rout from the onset. Enough that I switched over for the Spanish language broadcast on NBC's Spanish language sister network, NBC Universal, to hear the gang there. And I'm going to say this: they kept up the excitement when the game was just literally out of reach. And here we go. Let's give you a looky-loo at just how this all went for both teams. It was a celebration, as it were. A big old celebration. Let's oops. Hi. Did we misclick? Thank you. Okay. We need this, or do we need the box score? I think we'll need the box score, guys. Thank you. Okay. Boom. Okay, it all started first quarter for the Houston Texans. Johnson, right guard, for 19 yards, a touchdown. 9 plays, 80 yards, 5-12, time of possession. Fairbairn, extra point was good at 7-0. That was it in the first quarter for Houston for a while. Kansas City took over from then on. Patrick Mahomes, there was no rust. Pass short middle to Kelch for 6 yards. Touchdown City. Butker's extra point was good. And in 11 plays, 75 yards, 5:41 time of possession. We were tied at 7. But that wasn't all. Mahomes pass short right to Watkins. 2 yards, touchdown. Butker's extra point was fantastic. 16 plays, 86 yards, 9 minutes, 4 seconds. Time of possession, 14-7. And Kansas City started to get that groove again. And to make it even more plausible, For the half, Butker's 29-yard field goal was good. 4 plays, 28 yards, 25 seconds, time of possession. We went to the half 17-7. Kansas City. Kansas City, here we come. That's right. Ugly weather out. Little sprinkle, little yuck. Little fog coming in. Third quarter, Edwards Hilaire, left guard, 27-yard touchdown. Butker's extra point was good. And in 7 plays, 80 yards, 4 minutes, 7 seconds, time of possession. It was 24-7 Kansas City. And then Kansas City again, fourth quarter. Mahomes pass short right to Hill, 3-yard touchdown. Butker's extra point was fabulous. 6 plays, 10 yards, 2 minutes, 50 seconds, time of possession. It was 31-7. But Houston finally woke up and said, we got to make a game out of this quick. Watson passed deep middle to Akins for 19 yards, touchdown. The 2-point conversion attempt flopped badly. So in 10 plays, 75 yards, 4:10, the time of possession. It was 31-13. But Watson made it back, touchdown, 1 yard, left end. Watson, Fairbairn, extra point was good. 7 plays, 65 yards, 2:51, time of possession. It was 20-31. The icing on the cake, Butker's 19-yard field goal was good. And that's how it ended. 6 plays, 19 yards, 2 minutes, 8 seconds, time of possession. Kansas City won it 34-20 in a night when the Super Bowl trophy and the celebrations were fantastic. By the way, just to let you know, how many people did they announce the Chemin de Foupe? You know, how many people were at the stadium? If they didn't, I will understand that. But man, Mahomes didn't miss a beat in that game, kids. He threw for 211 yards, 3 touchdowns. Clyde Edwards-Helaire ran through the rain for 138 yards, another score, and it was fantastic. Mahomes completed 24 of 32 passes for 211 yards, as we said, 3 touchdowns, while Watson completed 20 of 32 for 253, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That was freaking incredible. Texans play their home opener against the Ravens on September 20th. Meanwhile, the Chiefs visit the Chargers on that same day. Football is back. Shouted high off the shouted high. The NFL is back, and the early result: the Mouse Assassin. Terrific. First time. Got it nicely. Of course, Rabbi also won Thursday, as did I. The only person that not exactly got a win out of it was my mom. She suffers her first defeat. All right. Let's get with it. And we go nonstop headlines. Let's make it so. Major League Baseball, and we begin with a big news story. The Red Sox rookie Bobby with a 5-game homer streak within the first 10 career. Bobby Dahlbeck is giving fans a reason to watch in September. Dahlbeck slugged another home run in Thursday night's win over the Rays, giving him a 5-game home run streak. Thursday was Dahlbeck's 10th career big league game, and he now has 6 home runs. He went deep in his first game, and In his 5 most recent games, according to the Elias Bureau, he is the first player in the modern era with a 5-game homer streak within his first 10. Put it another way, no player has ever had 5-game home run streak as early in his career as Dahlbeck. Now, Reese Hoskins, and hang on for a minute. I keep forgetting that there we go. Thank you, boys. Put another way, no player has ever had a 5-game career games, numbers 14 through 18. Hoskins went on to hit 18 home runs in 50 games as a rookie in 2017. Dahlbeck is the 150th player since 1900 with a 5-game homer streak, and the first since Paul Goldschmidt last year. Only 32 players have ever had a 6-game homer streak, and the all-time record is 8 straight games home run. Dale Long, Don Mattingly, and Ken Griffey Jr. all accomplished that. The 25-year-old Dahlbeck was the Red Sox 4th-round pick in 2016. He is a .261, 362, 505 career hitter in the minors and is a third baseman by trade, but with Rafael Devers entrenched at the hot corner. Boston has used Dahlbeck as at first base primarily. Red Sox and Rays continue their 4-game weekend streak series Friday night at Tropicana Field. Dahlbeck will look to extend his home run streak to 6 games against lefty Blake Snell, who has allowed 8 home runs in 33 2/3 innings this year. So while we do that, Nick Rekieta will have a double stream tomorrow. Broadcast times to be determined, of course, midnight Eastern, 11 Central Time here on YouTube on the Rekieta Law channel. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's get to it, Pruitt. Let's give you all the baseball scores. Some games are still in progression, and some games deserve all credit. So let's get going. And as soon as it stops, and it has, okay, thank you, boys. Middle of the 5th, which means they're going to the bottom of the 5th. Reds down on the Cubs. Well, excuse me. Let's try that again. Cubs lead in the bottom of the 5th, 5-3 over the Cincinnati Reds. 5-6-1 for the Cubs. 3-4-0 for the Reds. In the top of the 8th inning, it's the Padres over the Giants. 6-1, 6-7-0 for the Pods. 1-6-1 for the Giants. Bottom of the 6th inning, Dodgers, Diamondbacks are tied at 2. 2-7-1 for Diamondbacks, 2-7-2 for the Dodgers. We got finals, and they are good ones. Just believe me, they're good ones. In game 1 of the 2-game double dip, Cardinals over the Tigers 12-2, 12-12-0 for the Cards, 2-5-0 for the Tigers. Flaherty got the win for the Cards. He's 3-1. Skubal got the loss for the Tigers. He's 1-2. Flaherty, the St. Louis pitcher, pitched 5 full innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts he got, and 2 walks. Ravello, the designated hitter for St. Louis, went 2 for 2, 2 a homer, 3 RBIs, and a walk. Athletics over the Astros, 3-1, 3-5-0 for the Athletics, 1-2-0 for the Stros. Manea got the win for the Athletics. He's 4-2. Urquidy got the loss for the Astros. He's 0-1. And Hendricks got the save. Not bad. In fact, Hendricks, the Oakland pitcher, pitched 1 full inning, didn't give up a hit or earned run, got a strikeout, no walks. Manea, the Oakland pitcher, went 7 full, gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, got 4 strikeouts, and no walks, which ain't bad. California Angels over the Texas Rangers, 6-2, 6-11-0 for the Angels, 2-4-1 for the Rangers. Bundy gets the win for the Angels. He's 5-2, while Kirk Gibson You got to go for the last names. Gibby gets the loss for the Rangers. He's 1-5. Bundy, the California Angels pitcher, went 7 1/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 12 strikeouts, and 1 walk, while Walsh, the first baseman, went 2 for 4. Got a run, a homer, a triple, and 3 runs batted in. In the second game of the Twilight Double Dip, the Tigers came back to get a split. They beat the Cardinals 6-3, 6-11-1 for the Tigers, 3-8-1 for the Cardinals. Cisnero gets the win. He doubled up. He's 2-2, and Gallegos got order in the court. It didn't matter. He's 1-2, and Garcia gets his second save for Los Tigres. Candelario, first baseman of the Tigers, goes 3 for 3, gets a run, a homer, 3 RBIs, and a walk. And Garcia, the Detroit pitcher, went 1 full inning, didn't give up a hit or an earned run or strikeout or a walk. Braves continued their hitting. They defeat the Nationals 7-6, 7-9-0 for the Braves, 6-9-0 for the Nationals. Martin splits the uprights with a win for the Braves. He's 1-1. Rainey also splits the uprights, even with a loss by the Nats. He's 1-1. And Melicon gets his 9th save. Freeman, the Atlanta first baseman, goes 2 for 4, gets 2 runs, 2 runs, 2 homers, 4 RBIs, and Acuna, the Atlanta right fielder, goes 1 for 3, gets 3 runs, home run, 2 runs batted in, and the 2 walks. Royals over the Indians 11-1, 11-13-0 for the Royals, 1-3-0 for the Indians. Singer gets the win. He's 2-4. Civale gets the loss. He's 3-5. Franco, Kansas City designated hitter, 3 for 5, a run, a homer, a double, and 5 RBI. Singer, the pitcher of Kansas City, delivers an 8 innings pitched. Gave up 1 hit, no earned runs, got 8 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Boston Red Sox clipped out the Rays 4-3, 4-8-1 for the Sox, 3-5-0 for the Rays. Weber got the big win for the Sox. He's 1-2. Fairbanks gets a loss. He's 4-2, and Barnes gets his 5th save. In fact, Barnes, Boston pitcher, went 1 inning. Didn't give a hit out, didn't give an extra inning, or an extra run, or an earned run. One of those is right. Did get 2 strikeouts and 1 walk. Weber, the Boston pitcher, went 2 1/3, gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, got 4 strikeouts and 1 walk. Marlins over the Phillies, 7-6, 7-11-2 for the Marls. 6-9-0 for the Phils. Garcia gets the win for the Marlins. He's 1-0. Workman gets the loss. He's 1-2. The Miami pitcher, Garcia, went 1 full inning, didn't give a hit, didn't give a earned run out. Got a strikeout, no walks. Alcantara, the Miami pitcher, pitched 6 full. Gave up 7 hits, 3 earned runs, got 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. And the Yankees and Orioles were postponed. And that is your Major League Baseball lineup right there. Oh. Golly, golly, Jim Bob. Yep. Hey. You want we go for some little press thing from tonight's game? I'm just waiting for word. Or do you just want to forget it and just keep going on our show here? I await your verdict, sir. I do. Okay, so apparently nothing there. Okay, let's get back and give you some more sports headlines and everything else. Oh God. Okay, we've done baseball. We've done the Thursday night football bit. Let's keep going with some golf news and some two-time. Nice. The flamboyant one, two-time major champion and golf legend. John Daly revealed that he had been diagnosed with bladder cancer and underwent successful surgery, all discovered after health issues caused him to withdraw from a Charles Schwab Series event last month in Missouri. Daly told Golf Channel he believed it was a battle with kidney stone. Testing revealed a cancer that needed to be removed. Daly told the Golf Channel, the doctor said there's an 85% chance it comes back, so I've got to go back and see him in 3 months. They'll probably have to cut it out again. It's probably going to come back in another 3 months. That you don't know. You just don't know. Lucky for me, they caught it early. But bladder cancer is something that I don't know all the details, but it doesn't look like it may go away. We'll just see what happens. Maybe there's a miracle, end quote. Daly had remained optimistic, even taking to Twitter after the news broke to thank those who had reached out with support. The 54-year-old Daly has battled health conditions before, collapsing at a Champions Tour event in 2015, and he petitioned the USGA rules and other things, and he petitioned the USGA, the Royal and Ancient, and the PGA of America for use of a cart because of a knee condition. His 1991 PGA Championship and 1995 Open Championship win have him exempt into the field at both major championships until the age of 60. The last PGA Tour event he played was at the 2019 Safeway Open, and his last pro win was on the Champions Tour in 2017 at the Inspirity Open. Daly told the Golf Channel, well, you know what? I always tell people I've lived one hell of a life, no matter what happens. I'm not scared to die or anything. It would have been nice to play the last 7 or 8 or 13 years of my career a little more healthy, but hey, I'm still working. I'm still living life, still doing the things I need to do. I can't accept the challenge. I'm not scared of that. I just want my kids to be okay and everyone else in my family. And we agree with him and we wish him luck. All right, let's get going. More good stuff. We are on the air until about 12:30. Excuse me. We're on the air for another 30 minutes. Let's make this a good one. Okay, we'll get back with more of the old headlines. Well, we'll do it right now, as a matter of fact. A day after losing one of their most important players to a freak injury that's likely to keep them sidelined all season, the Denver Broncos were dealt another blow on Thursday with number one wide receiver Courtland Sutton leaving practice early following a hard landing on his shoulder. Listed as a limited participant on the Broncos injury report, the Pro Bowler received medical attention from team trainers upon his exit from Thursday's practice, and per Mike Kliss of 9 News, KUSA TV, he is day-to-day with an AC joint sprain following an MRI. Sutton, who did not return after leaving practice, is the top target in a revamped Broncos offense set to open the 2020 season Monday against the Tennessee Titans. Now, it's safe to say then that his status, still under evaluation inside the building, will be crucial to monitor ahead of Week 1. The sprained AC joint, according to Kliss, means Sutton will be questionable to suit up. Now, Denver invested plenty of resources into second-year quarterback Drew Lock's supporting cast this offseason, notably drafting both Jerry Jeudy and KJ receiver, but Sutton is easily the team's most proven pass catcher. The 24-year-old SMU product, the second-round draft pick of the Broncos in 2018, has not missed a single game through the first two seasons of his NFL career after hauling in 704 yards and 9 starts as a rookie. Sutton broke out in 2019 as the team's clear-cut number one, catching 72 passes for 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns en route to his first Pro Bowl appearance. Now, in the event Sutton is unable to suit up for Monday's Week 1 clash with Tennessee, Denver will likely call upon Tim Patrick, Deontay Spencer, and Deshaun Hamilton for additional reps out wide. Hamilton was also limited at Thursday's practice while recovering from a hammy, or little hamstring, little handful of a problem. There you go. That's what I tried to say. Come out all wrong. God. All right. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. We got about 30 minutes remaining. Yeah, about 35, 45 minutes. Let's go to it. There's a report that had things gone a little differently earlier this week, the Houston Texans might have been opening the 2020 NFL season on Thursday night with a familiar face back on the defense. According to Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk, the team attempted to re-sign pro pass rusher Jadeveon Clowney prior to the veteran joining the rival Tennessee Titans, and partially in an effort to stop Clowney from staying in the AFC South. It's unclear whether the two sides engaged in actual contract talks or if Clowney even considered returning to the team that drafted him number 1 overall back in 2014. Now, per Florio, but the Texans at least contacted the former All-Pro before his final decision to sign with the Titans. Florio explained the thinking was that the Texans not only recognized his potential value to their defense, but also recognized what he'll do for the Tennessee defense, which Houston faces at least twice a year. Apparently, that dual strategy was also utilized by other teams that pursued Clowney. In recent weeks, per Florio, the Seattle Seahawks, who acquired Clowney via a trade prior to 2019, but reportedly had several contract offers before offers rejected, did not want to face the defensive end as a member of the New Orleans Saints, who reportedly made a strong push for the free agent in the lead up to the season. And the Ravens, who reportedly tried to orchestrate a sign and trade agreement to land Clowney from the Jaguars, apparently didn't want to face Clowney as a member of the Titans. Clowney, of course, spent the first 5 seasons with the Texans, earning 3 Pro Bowl tips as a starting pass rusher for Houston. Upon reported disagreements in long-term contract talks while under the club franchise tag last summer, Clowney was dealt to Seattle just before the start of the 2019 campaign. And that's what you call chicken souping it. There we go. I can't fell asleep. Oh, boy. Excuse me. Okay, let's go for one more baseball scoopage, if you will. Sandoval was placed on release. Thank you. On release waivers by the Giants, and it's possible the team could grab Sandoval for their bench, but this could mark the end of Sandoval's MLB career. Here's how the Giants said farewell. Thank you, Pablo. Thank you. The 34-year-old Sandoval is settled for a minor league deal with the Giants this winter after undergoing space. Later, Sandoval shifted to the designated hitter, but was unimpressive at the plate, batting just 220, 278, and 268 through 90 plate appearances. It is 12:04. We got about 26 minutes left on the broadcast, and we are going to be healthy and hearty here as we continue. I know. It's already off. It is? Oh, that's how I sleep. Anyway, thank you, Mom. We are live. Okay, let's get you over to the NHL because there was only one game being played. Good or nerf. Big old NHL game, and, well, let's take you to the scoreboard as we do that thing we love to do, and that's recap. The Dallas Stars in overtime defeated the Vegas Golden Knights by a score of 3-2 in overtime. What a day, what a night, what a thrill to go up in the series 3 games to 1. I do believe that's how it was. Was it NARF? Yes, it was. Okay, let's give you just the one score, and we'll do the 3 stars. Dallas leads this best 4 out of 7 series, 2 games to 1, 3-2 final score in overtime. Kudobin for Dallas, Radulov for Dallas, and Theodore for Las Vegas were your 3 stars. Now, in NHL news, you're going to love this. Looks like we could be going back to an 82-game season next year. The season could start after December 1st and could include bubbles. Not the exotic dancer, but health bubbles. NHL Deputy Commissioner Bill Daley said the league's goal is still for 2021. Is still for 2021 a normal 82-game season, with the 2019 season pushed back because of the coronavirus pandemic. How next season will work is still very much up in the air. It is not yet known if a full season will be possible, but Daley said it is still their intention. Now, in a year that's been filled with uncertainties right now, there is more of the same. Daley said this to the media scrum, quote, "I think we'd be foolish not to take advantage of the lead time we have to make the best decisions we can make. I do believe we're going to have a season." December 1st was being thrown around as a possible start date for the season, which typically begins in October. This year, the draft is now planned for October as the Stanley Cup Finals are set to conclude no later than October 1st. Daley said the start for next year could be pushed back even later than December 1st. The ability to successfully carry out the NHL postseason this year has been thanks to the bubble, and we might see bubbles next year as well. Daley said it's not out of the question to put teams in bubbles for the 2020-2021 regular season. We'll keep you informed of that as we go along. Okay, 12:08. Once again, Nick Rakita not streaming tonight. He'll be back next week with a double dip of live streaming, including in his usual time period, midnight Eastern, 11 Central. So there you go. Right there in a nutshell. That's right there in a little nutshell. Oh, boy, oh boy. The NHL draft is moved to October 6th, and that's your NHL stories. Before we go to the big old world of sports, of our little sports final here. We'll tell you that right now the NBA is planning to open the 2020-2021. It should be the thank you. Well, if you happen to be a fan of the show on Fox, you know how Skip Bayless has a lot of opinions. In fact, today on Skip and Shannon Undisputed, the professionals like the NFL and NBA both announcing last year that every team will be required to employ a full-time mental health professional, something that has already been done by some teams in those leagues and in baseball. Other leagues like the NHL and Major League Soccer have also made mental health a focus in various ways. And the broadcasting world has gotten involved too, with commentators like Michael Landsberg, Mario Ronaldo, Kelly Hurdy, and many others being open about the mental health challenge they faced, and with companies providing support for mental health causes through initiatives like hashtag Bill Let's Talk. And yet, Fox Sports 1's hot take artist Skip Bayless somehow managed to ignore all that Thursday and criticize Dallas Cowboy quarterback Dak Prescott for publicly discussing his battle with depression on World Suicide Prevention Day, no less. Bayless did that in an undisputed segment that sunk even below his usual standards. Bayless and fellow unscripted co-host Shannon Sharp spent an entire 12-minute segment on Prescott telling Graham Messenger about the depression battles he had earlier this year from the COVID-19 pandemic and then his brother's suicide. And Bayless absolutely missed the entire point of these mental health discussions, saying, quote, I don't have sympathy for him going public, end quote. And, quote, if you reveal publicly any little weakness, it can affect your team's ability to believe in you in the toughest spots, and it definitely can encourage others on the other side to come after you, end quote. The full segment was posted to YouTube on the Huang Bai channel, but has since been removed, and the official Undisputed account has not posted it. Probably smart on their part. If you saw it on Twitter, you'll know. And we won't bring you the transcript, but let's just put it this way. We all know Skip sometimes goes a little too overboard, lets his mouth run without thinking. You know what they say, open mouth, shove shoe store in it. This year has been especially tough with the pandemic, canceling sports and locking us all in our homes. After all the conversations have been had about the importance of sharing these battles publicly, it's well established that encouraging silence around mental health can contribute to suicide. That open discussion of mental health can help combat that. Ellis really should have known that. Now, as mentioned, these conversations have been very prominent in the sports world, and his, quote, go ahead and condemn me, end quote, preamble isn't an excuse. He really shouldn't have said anything beyond, I have deep compassion for clinical depression, and should have stuck to disqualifying himself. Instead, he opened his mouth and he stuck his foot in it. It should also be noted that Bayless's personal experiences are not an excuse for his appalling commentary here, and the advice he offers on how he got through them is not universally applicable. Around the 4-minute 50 mark, Bayless said, I had some really low moments in my childhood, and I just kept fighting. I fought through every one of them. I've had some low moments professionally. Some dark times happen, and you've been through it too, and you know, and I know, you just fight. You've got to fight back. You can't give in to the depression. You try to rise above it because it's just how you're built. It's how I'm built. I believe it's how that man is built. Rise above it. I got to tell you, it's been a long time since I've been more stunned by quotes than what he told. I think it was Graham Messenger. It's good that fighting back and rising above it worked out for Bayless, but he is not a mental health professional. There are plenty of people who need more help and more advice than those simple platitudes. Sports are sometimes derisively described as a toy box, and while that's not a fair overall assessment, there can be a little bit of truth to that. A lot of what happens on a sports field really doesn't matter, and thus a lot of what Bayless's ridiculous out here comments don't really matter. Whether it's insults to LeBron or blaming the wrong Eagles quarterback or even warring with players like Des Bryant, it's dumb and can be criticized. It's also part of the theater of the absurd that is undisputed, but Bayless is wrong on a different level here. Fox Sports released the following statement on Bayless Thursday night, shortly after kickoff of the first game of the NFL season. Here's the statement, quote, "At Fox Sports, we are proud of Dak Prescott for publicly revealing his struggle with depression and mental health. No matter the cause of the struggle, Fox Sports believes Dak showed tremendous courage, which is evident in both his leadership on the Dallas Cowboys and in his character off the field. We do not agree with Skip Bayless's opinion. On Undisputed this morning, we have addressed the significance of this matter with Skip and how his insensitive comments were received by people internally at Fox Sports in our audience. But you want to bet he doesn't show up tomorrow morning. Keep you updated. I will have my comments on this tomorrow here on the Sports Final. Right now, believe it or not, we are going to bring you more sports, more comment, more report. This is going to be an exciting broadcast. And here we go. Do we have the broadcast primer for 2020? Yes, we do. Let's bring it to it. We will give you scoreboard, and we'll just do a collective hello. Okay, here is your primer for the 2020 season of NFL. Now, because NBC has the Olympics, they got the Olympics this year. Was supposed to be in 2020. CBS will cast Super Bowl 55 February 2021 at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. They'll broadcast the AFC package of games in 2020 as well as select marquee NFC games. With the expansion of the NFL playoffs, CBS will air 5 AFC playoff games, including the AFC Championship and the Super Bowl. Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson return as the lead horses for CBS. Gene Sarator returns as a network rules analyst. Charles Davis joins CBS, teaming up with Ian Eagle. NFL and CBS will be streamed on CBSSports.com and CBS All Access. The NFL and CBS's schedule subject to change due to the pandemic. You already know who the talent is on there. The other CBS Viacom programming, of course, that other pregame show done over on the CBS Sports Network, Sunday at 10 a.m. Adam Shine, London Fletcher, Kyle Long, and Amy Trask, of course. I think they'll be doing it remotely. NFL Monday Quarterback, CBS Sports Network, Monday at 6. Shine, Steve Buerlin, Green and Gannon. Inside the NFL on Showtime, Brown Sims, Michael Irwin, Ray Lewis, Brandon Marshall. We won't give you the national games and stuff like that. Let's do it. This is your primer. CBS National Game, Sunday 4:25. Kansas City at the Chargers, Week 2. New England, Kansas City, Week 4. New York Giants, Dallas, Week 5. Week 7, we'll have Kansas City at Denver. Week 9, Pittsburgh at Dallas. Week 12, Thanksgiving at Ford Field. Houston visiting Detroit. Week 12, Kansas City at Tampa Bay. Week 13, Philadelphia at Green Bay. And Week 15, Kansas City at New Orleans. You know the playoff games, January 21st, it's the AFC wildcard game, 2 of them, the AFC divisional playoff, and the AFC championship game with February 2021, the Super Bowl. Now, Fox will have the NFC. They will simulcast 15. They'll Well, let's try it. Fox will broadcast the NFC package of games in 2020, also airing select AFC games. They will simulcast 15 Thursday Night Football broadcasts on Fox and the NFL Network. Fox will air 4 NFC postseason games, including the NFC Championships. The big dogs will be Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, and Aaron Andrews, with Christina Pink joining the lead team for Thursday Night Football. Mike Pereira will be the rules analyst for the marquee games. Dean Blandino contributing as well, not from the party bus. Daryl Johnson teams with Kevin Burkhardt for this season before Greg Olson joins Fox in 2021. Adam Admin, Jonathan Vilma, and college football talents Kevin Kugler and Brock Huard. Let's say that again. Brock Huard. Our new addition, CFL on Fox this season. The NFL on Fox can be streamed on FoxSports.com and the Fox Sports app. The entire NFL Fox schedule, including Thursday Night Football, is, of course, subject to change due to the pandemic. Okay, and by the way, they're adding again Fox Deportes, the Spanish language edition. Thursday in postseason, Adrian Garcia Marquez, Rolando Canto, and Jamie Mota. Studio will be Jesse Losada, formerly of Telemundo, and Rodolfo Landeros in studio. It all begins Sunday at 11 with Fox NFL Kickoff. Clarissa Thompson, Colin Cowherd, Tony Gonzalez, Peter Schrager, Michael Vick, Dave Weinstack, Cooper Manning. Of course, Fox NFL Thursday 7:30, Kurt Menefee, Terry Bradshaw, Tony Gonzalez, Howie Long, select appearances. Michael Strahan, Jay Glazer, both appearing remotely, as I say. And, of course, Fox NFL Sunday with Menefee, Bradshaw, Howie Long, Michael Strahan, Jimmy Johnson, remotely from Miami, the insider Jay Glazer, and funny man, Mr. Rob Rigel. National games for Fox, Tampa Bay at New Orleans, Dallas and Seattle on week 3. Week 6, Green Bay at Tampa Bay. Week 8, San Francisco at Seattle. Week 10, San Francisco and New Orleans. Week 11, Dallas and Minnesota. Week 12, Washington at Dallas on Turkey Day. Week 14, New Orleans at Philly. And Week 16, Philadelphia at Dallas. The Fox playoff games, January 2021, the NFC wildcard game, 2 divisional playoffs, and the championship game. Thursday Night Football on Fox. Week 5, Tampa and Chicago. Week 6, Kansas City at Buffalo. Week 7, Giants at Philly. Week 8, Atlanta and Carolina. Week 9, Green Bay at San Fran. Week 10, Indianapolis at Tennessee. Week 11, Arizona at Seattle. Week 13, Dallas and Baltimore. 14 will be New England at LA Rams. Chargers at Vegas on Week 15, and Minnesota, New Orleans on Christmas Day. Of course, NFL. NFC. Okay, let's try it this way in English. NBC will broadcast 22 NFL games, including 17 broadcasts of Sunday Night Football, the NFL Kickoff, which we just had, the Thanksgiving Gobbler, and 3 postseason games. With the expansion of the postseason, NBC will air 3 playoff games, including 2 wildcard games and a divisional playoff game January 2021. Flex scheduling is in effect. The NFL flex scheduling policy for games moved to Sunday Night Football in case no more than 2 games can be flexed during weeks 5 through 10, while there is no limit to the non-protected games between weeks 11 and 6 through 16. Final week was reserved for the game with the most significant playoff implications. Al Michaels, Chris Collingworth, and Michelle Tafoya return as the lead dogs. Terry McCauley will return as the rules analyst. Football Night in America host Mike Tirico will be assigned select Sunday Night Football games beginning week 3. They can be streamed on various NBC platforms, including NBCSports.com and the NBC Sports app. Of course, Sunday Night Football schedule is subject to change due to the pandemic. And I do believe this season, some, if not all, of the Sunday night games are going to be aired on NBC Universal. We shall find that out. We've already had Houston and Kansas City. Of course, week 1 officially Sunday, Dallas and LA, week 2, New England, Seattle, week 3, Green Bay and New Orleans, week 4, Philadelphia, San Francisco, Minnesota, Seattle, week 5, LA Rams, San Francisco, week 6, Tampa Bay at Vegas, week 7, Dallas and Philadelphia, week 8, New Orleans and Tampa Bay, week 9, Baltimore, New England, week 10, week 11, Kansas City, Las Vegas, week 12, Thanksgiving, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Green Bay, week 13, Denver, Kansas City. Week 14, Pittsburgh and Buffalo. San Francisco, Dallas on week 16, or week 15, week 16, Tennessee, Green Bay, and week 17 to be announced. Now, for the playoff games for the network, it'll be 2 wild card games in January and the NFL divisional playoff. And you already know NBC's Monday Night Football tap dance. The new crew will be Steve Levy, Brian Greasy, and Louis Riddick. Lisa Salters returns for her 9th year, along with analyst of rules John Perry. Of course, Lisa Salters won't be on the sidelines. Monday Night Football can be streamed on ESPN.com and the ESPN app. And we got all right there for you. We'll give you all the rest. January 2021, the wildcard game of the NFL Pro Bowl will be carried on ESPN. NFL Network, obviously, doing the cha-cha dance. A little reminder, in weeks 15 and 16, up to 3 games will air on the NFL Network on Saturday, with at least 1 game streaming exclusively on Amazon Prime and Twitch. League will announce games and assignments later in the season, so there you go. So we're all happy and contentable. We'll give you all the rest of the good stuff as well. Now, the exclusive game schedule for the NFL Network, week 2, Cincinnati, Cleveland. Week 3, Miami at Jacksonville. Week 4, Denver at New York Jets. Week 15 and 16, 2 games on Saturdays on those 2 weeks. And there you go. Of course, NFL National Radio. Westwood One is the exclusive radio broadcaster for all NFL primetime and holiday games, as well as the entirety of the postseason and Super Bowl 55. Kevin Harlan, Kurt Warner are the lead dogs for all that. ESPN Radio broadcasts select Sunday afternoon games throughout the NFL season. ESPN Radio's Sunday schedule to be released at a later date, and Sports USA broadcasts Sunday afternoon double dips throughout the regular season. There you go. So, Compass Media will, by the way, will broadcast Sunday afternoon games throughout the regular season. They also provide national broadcasts of the Cowboys and the Raiders. So there you go. Huzzah, huzzing, and hazoo. Okay, that's 12:27. We're going to go about maybe 5-10 minutes upwards. As a tour. John Cena is, of course, going to be a busy person. Not only does he do Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader for Nickelodeon? He is now going to be the host of TBS's Bigger, Badder, and Ballsy, a revival of Wipeout, alongside Nicole Byer and Camille Kosek. And we do have some good news. It's been now notified and blessed. Holy moly. If you like Holy Moly 2, the sequel, that's right, a 3rd season. And I can't wait. Yahoo. So, what are we going to do, folks? Simple. I will tell you this, folks. Okay, we'll get you that everything here. I would love to interview Joe Tessitore and Rob. I would, seriously, for Last Call Cafe on Spreaker. Somehow we should do that. Folks, we have a lot, but now one thing we must do, and we must do it with respect. That is, it's time to do some scoreboard. That's right. Scoreboard time before we take our leave. And I know we got some other sports to cover, and we will do that tomorrow with our sports. And by the way, I want to say hi to all my friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Wish we had more time, but we just had to call it the enchilada, as we do so regularly. Well, irregularly, I should say. Mouse looking for you, Uno. Okay, folks, let's give it to you straight. Of course, the new season of the Premier League is coming. I think Saturday it begins. Okay, let's give you some soccer scores in the European League qualifier. It was Mura over Kaju, 4-0. Let's go now to baseball. And, of course, the Nippon Professional Baseball. In Japan, the Hanshin Tigers over the Yokohama Bay Stars, 8-7, 8-12-0 for the Tigers, 7-11-0 for the Bay Stars. Kunishoshi got the loss, he's 3-3. Gunkel got the win for the Hanshin Tigers, he's 1-2. Nippon Ham Fighters over the Chiba Lotte Marines, 5-3, 5-7-1 for the Ham Fighters, 3-6-1 for the Marines. Iwashita for the Marines got the loss, he's 4-5. Murata gets the win, split the uprights, 1-1. They went extras, but they couldn't get it done. Yomiuri Giants and the Shinichi Dragons end up tied at 2-7-0 for the Dragons, 2-7-0 for the Giants. No winner, no loser there. The Hiroshima Carp over the Yakut Swallows, 2-1, 2-7-0 for the Carp, 1-5-0 for the Swallows. Morishita for the Carp gets the win, he's 6-2. Magao for the Swallows gets a loss, he's 3-1. The Fukuoka Silverhawks defeated the Rakuten Golden Eagles by a score of 9-2. 9-9-2 for the Hawks, 2-8-1 for the Eagles. Matsui for the Eagles gets a loss, he's 1-3. Higashishima for the Silverhawks got the win, he's 3-1. Finally, the Oric Buffaloes buffaloed the Cebu Lions 12-4, 12-16-0 for the Buffaloes, 4-11-3 for the Lions. Hira for the Lions gets a loss, he's 5-4. Takayasu for the Buffaloes gets a win, he's 1-0. And guess what, folks? Let's give you the Buto here of some good stuff. And we got to tell you, folks, before we give you the South Korean Baseball Organization scores, we do have a upset. Let's hurry with our no, thank you. We got an upset in tennis as Rinka has defeated Serena Williams in 3 sets, 1-6, 6-3, 6-3. And in the third set, Serena Williams didn't look so good. Suffered a little ankle injury. So Serena Williams out of the U.S. Open. We'll give you more on that tomorrow at 11:30. So stick around for that, shall we? Okay, let's go to Korean baseball. South Korean, KBO. SK Wyverns over the Hanwha Eagles, 5-1, 5-9-0 for the Wyverns, 1-5-0 for the Eagles. Doosan Bears over the Kia Tigers, 5-4, 5-9-0 for the Bears, 4-7-0 for the Tigers. LG Twins over the Kiwoom Heroes, 6-1, 6-10-0 for the Twins, 1-6-1 for the Heroes. Lottie Giants over the Samsung Lions, 13-8, 13-21-1 for the Giants, 8-10-1 for the Lions. And the NC Dinos took care of the KT Wiz Swan, 13-8, 13-13-0 for the Dinos, 8-8-1 for the Wiz Swan. And that, by order of sanity, is that. That is that, and that is thus. We are, we say thank you for joining us tonight and every night. Once again, Kansas City. Well, Kansas City didn't miss a step tonight. They defeated Houston as NFL football began. 34-20 was the final score. Kansas City defending their Super Bowl title. They look unstoppable, but we'll just have to find out as Sunday continues as opening weekend of the NFL football season under the pandemic begins. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs beating the Houston Texans. And of course, on Saturday night, we will have, we got college football. Saturday night, we got college football action. We've also got, of course, Friday, we got some good sports action. Of course, don't forget, Saturday night, the Rabbi comes back with his week one Sunday predictions. And as you know, Sunday, we bring back, after the first half, every Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock, we will bring you a recap of all the action from the 1 o'clock games. So we'll do it right for a change. Thank you all very much for watching. And until tomorrow night, I think we're on at the regular time again, 11:30. Almost said 1:30. But I think we're on the regular time. I'm Steve Baxley, the Baxman, as usual. Want to thank you all for watching. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions for the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. And for everybody here at L2C Sports, thank you, good night, and no matter what sport you love, may your favorite team always be winners, and good night, America, wherever and whomever you are. See you all tomorrow night, everybody. Take care.